It's us. It's the very first CactusCast. Can you believe it? 300 episodes later, and here we are at episode number 1. We're living it. It's right now. Can you believe it? I can't believe it.
I can believe it.
So we are pre-recorded here. I was gonna say live, but that's not true. We are here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Why are we in Toronto, guys?
Because it's TIFF.
We're at Toronto International Film Festival, seeing some movies, having a good time. We've already seen a movie. As a matter of fact, you've both seen a movie earlier. But first, why don't we introduce you? Okay. I'm Connor. You might know me from every video on this channel previous.
Hi, Connor.
Hi. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Or?
Okay. Hi, I'm Griffin. I don't do anything yet because we have no content.
He was in the Christmas video.
Yes, I was.
You guys probably saw that.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Yeah. I was part of the group for about 2 years, and that was the first video I was in.
It's true.
Just talking about how prolific we are.
So.
And next to me here is my beautiful fiance.
Don't tell people that. I'm Allie, the pro awesome.
So yeah, you two, you saw a movie last week. I didn't see it because I was skeptical.
Yes.
And also it was expensive.
It was
you
expensive.
two saw the world premiere of a film right here.
Yep.
And not just any film. What
Not
film was
just
it?
any film. It was Tusk. With Kevin Smith. Directed and written by Kevin Smith.
And you guys had an experience.
I smelt him.
Can you explain your Kevin Smith fandom?
I own everything, including Cop Out. Books, movies. Yeah, that's the one thing that got Kevin Smith's attention. Griffin yelling, "She even owns Cop Out!"
Oh my god, what did he say to that?
He just kind of turned around and he was like, yeah, he even admitted during the Q&A, Cop Out was one of his hardest films to direct and do.
Yeah, I heard Bruce Willis was an asshole.
Yeah, I guess they don't get along too well. Even though
They
they made a movie together and they were also in a movie together.
Bruce Willis is like work, where Kevin Smith is like, let's have work and have fun.
Were they in something before?
Yeah, they were both in Live Free and Die Hard.
Kevin Smith was in that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've seen that movie. I don't remember that.
I saw that at a drive-in. It was unfortunate.
I like the drive-in.
I like the drive-in. I don't like that movie.
So, meeting Kevin Smith.
I fangirled everywhere.
So I thought I saw a picture of him like opening up the show, like standing on the stage.
Yep.
Did you know he was going to be there? I didn't know.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why the tickets are expensive.
I wore my movie shirt and he signed my name tag.
Oh, you had a name tag too?
Yeah, it's like the
that's pretty
movie's fun employee name tag, and I had him sign it.
Wow.
So now my name is Kevin Smith. So sorry, hi, my name is Kevin Smith. So on my movie's employee name tag.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We thought we were going to be all cool and get there like super early and stuff. We were like 150th in line probably. We got there probably more than an hour early.
Yeah, like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is nothing like what we're experiencing now.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we just kind of walked in for Tokyo Tribe, the second movie we saw. We'll talk about it in a minute.
We'll talk about
We made
we walked in,
walrus
there was about
masks.
3 people in front of us. Yeah.
We made walrus masks in line
That's so
because
cool. I saw that.
Yeah.
he had
that
a
was
dream.
great.
He had a dream that he wanted to be surrounded by walruses. So he made, like, everyone had to get these masks, and they took a picture with him.
Yeah, it was cool. And you know what? It was really nice because we had to wait there for like 2 hours. And those masks were pretty hard to make. That ate up a lot of time.
It
and that was
did.
really nice.
Wait, what? You made what?
Yeah.
They just came on like a sheet and you had to like fold them together.
There was a bunch that was
okay.
pre-made,
And
but then
So
they
you had
just...
something to do while waiting?
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
funny.
Yeah, I was really pleased with that.
So what did you actually... Because I don't know why. Cop Out was bad. Cop Out was
I
bad.
didn't see it.
But I don't know. For some reason, I wasn't thinking this movie was going to be any good. And then I see you guys watched it. You gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's the first movie that I've ever said, let's watch or let's go see. And he's given it, that's the highest rating.
Wow.
Any movie. It's always been a 6. And now he's it's an 8.
I was definitely skeptical. I don't really... I never considered myself a Kevin Smith fan.
Yeah.
Really, at least not since I was like 12. But
Oh.
well, everybody loved Mallrats when they were a teenager.
Well, I think Clerks is a fantastic film.
Anyway, so like I know I don't really like the.
I was wondering what that was. We were sitting in your parking lot earlier when my mom
that
came and
is
dropped me off.
That is a movie's
And
visor.
My movie's
literally,
visor.
We parked right in front of your car. Oh, sorry, yeah, the movie's visor. And I saw a visor. I'm like, oh, that's not.
Yeah,
how
we're
this
recording
car
in a
is.
car, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So there's a movie's visor hanging from the.
I had the
rear
fuzzy
view.
dice, right? And then the
Yeah.
fuzzy dice just decided to get replaced with movies.
Because I don't know, I couldn't identify your car. It didn't matter anyway. Who gives
Yeah.
a shit? Who gives a shit which car yours was?
But yeah, like I don't really dig the Jay and Silent Bob movies too much. They're
Yeah, I
they're-
watched.
They're my
They're okay.
ringtone.
I watched Strike Back again recently, and it did not hold up.
yeah, like
In my
they're,
opinion.
they're okay for my youth, but
Mm-hmm.
like Tusk completely surprised me.
Mm.
Like it.
It didn't surprise me, but that's because I've listened to
Yeah.
Smodcast. So.
Yeah. So you already knew the entire movie inside and out.
Wow, really?
Because
Yeah,
the whole
but-
idea came from just one podcast he was on.
It was like a year ago, and he was like, I want to make a movie about like a guy that gets turned into a walrus. If you want this movie made, hashtag walrus yes, hashtag walrus no.
Did he say that as a joke, or?
No, he
it
was
just came
serious.
Yeah, it just came up in natural conversation at first, and he's like,
They
"Wait,
were
this
just
might be a
talking
good
about
idea."
walruses.
Yeah, well, I guess it was a prank in the UK. Some guy came up with that they based the movie on about like,
Sorry.
yeah, you can live in this nice house I have for free, but you have to dress up like a walrus.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where the conversation initially came from.
Well, he had a dream about walruses.
So we're here today because we're seeing not one but two films. We've already seen one.
Yeah, we just got out of a Tokyo Tribe.
Well, I wouldn't say just. I mean,
Yeah.
we ate some sandwiches.
Yeah,
ate
we
some chicken.
ate some.
I ate
Hassle
chicken
food.
fingers. Okay.
We were gonna record this in the Jackasters. It was loud as shit, though. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
I guess there was a Blue Jays game going on.
that's not really important. We're in a car now, and it's great.
Yeah.
The car's name is Caboose.
Yes.
Let's
So-
introduce Caboose.
Oh
I think
my
I should have
God.
done that actually in front of residents.
Okay.
Smooth operator.
So Tokyo Tribe is a film released this year by Sion Sono, and we're big fans.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
definitely one of my favorites. Himizu from 2011 was.
Oh,
That's a
pause! There's a helicopter.
Oh no! Let's not
So
talk
you're-
about that.
You're super attracted to helicopters.
Continue. I'm sorry. I thought
Is
you
a-
would want to
is a-
know.
is a thing
Blade
I s-
Runner, Chaser. You know,
is a
just give
thing
her.
I said earlier.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of Sion Sono. You,
Yeah, he's probably my favorite director.
his favorite
I
director.
mean, he's been pretty consistent for the last
Yeah.
like 3 years, but he's very prolific, makes a lot of movies. They're not all amazing, but he's starting to get more consistent.
well, what
later
do
in
you
his
do in 2012? I don't remember.
2012. What was in 2012 from him?
Was that Be Sure to Share? Was that 2011?
Be Sure to Share was 2009.
Oh,
Shit.
Google Magic.
I don't know. I can't think of a movie he had in 2012 other than Guilty of Romance might have been 2012.
Cold Fish was 2010. Anyways, last year he made Why Don't You Play in Hell, which we also saw, and
Yeah.
that was just lovely.
That was a lot of fun.
I think that was our favorite movie of TIFF.
Yeah, of the
Yeah.
three we saw.
definitely.
Yeah. Oh,
We-
I,
we saw
I don't.
three
I don't know
last year.
anymore. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm starting to think Mobius is a better
Mobius
film.
was so
That's amazing.
really
That's
good.
pretty crazy.
I would need to see it again. Though.
I gotta say about Mobius, let's not get too off track here. We gotta keep on the rails. Mobius was like the only movie I've ever seen to make me just like physically cringe and feel like I'm gonna throw up and
Yeah.
also laugh out loud. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
it would be like one scene to the next too,
The
not like.
movie's fantastic, and it just gets better in your mind.
Mhm.
as
The only
you-
reason why I cringed was the gore. I don't know what it's like to get my penis cut off, so
Well,
I'm sorry.
no, that wasn't even my problem. It was more with the rocks.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I had to stop looking at the screen at some point.
Yeah, there's parts in that movie that, well, a character has his penis removed, we'll say, and
See, I
Not willingly.
yeah, and so as a workaround for, getting off, he discovers that you can get to ejaculation by rubbing rocks on your hands and feet until your skin becomes so raw that
basically
it's
just
fucking disgusting.
mutilating yourself. But what was I going to say about this movie?
It's better than it sounds.
All right. Well, Why Don't You Play in Hell? The perfect midnight movie. I think it's really, really great.
Yeah, it's a perfect midnight movie because of how much it calls back to like the old 16mm films
Yeah.
or 32mm, whatever.
Was that a filter? Or was that actually shot on like 16 millimeter?
There's no way it was shot on that.
Okay, because I noticed like this movie, I was like, this is just I assumed after seeing that movie, I assumed Sona was just like a film guy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely digital. He can't. I know for a fact he can't afford to shoot on film.
Right? Yeah, that makes sense.
That tank scene in Tokyo Tribe.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
they'll
the
go down
CG
Tokyo
in
Drive.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty amazing.
that was unnecessary because they had a full tank. They had it in real
Yeah.
scenes.
They did.
Like,
I
that-
just
that
like
scene
the
was-
fact that it just like was going straight and then like it turned right on a dime and it
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
gone.
That was funny. So I say that was like a perfect midnight movie because this movie, Tokyo Tribe, had a really similar feel.
Yeah,
and
it did
atmosphere.
definitely. It had the same kind of editing style with the
The
frame
slide,
sliding
yeah.
in. Yeah,
And the sound effects every time.
Yeah,
and, like,
that's like his thing now.
So do you want to say what kind of movie this is?
Oh, it is a hip hop musical epic.
And wow, was that really, really cool to see?
Yeah, that was an interesting movie.
I'm a big musical guy.
So am I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, considering every time Griffin asks what's the time, I start singing Rent.
I can't. I haven't seen Rent. I can't.
I don't remember that part, and I've seen Rent.
She
525,600 minutes.
It's when Rosario Dawson is singing about when she. Yeah, totally. She does a lot in that movie.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll watch
Anyway,
it at some point.
I have
But-
it.
So
So yeah, let's talk about what we thought about the movie, I guess.
yeah.
So pretty much every scene in that movie, the dialogue is delivered in rap verses.
Yeah.
How
Mostly.
yeah, for the
like
most part.
80%.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
See, I'm big into musicals. Like when, like I own a lot of musicals, and we went to go see Dolls and Gals, Gals and Dolls.
we saw a live performance of.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed those.
Yeah,
But I don't know, this movie, kind of, like I like hip hop,
Yeah.
but this movie was,
Too much.
it just was slow at first for me.
Really,
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Yeah.
really. There was like a part in the middle where it dipped a bit, but
Yeah.
it was like the one scene where there was no music.
yeah.
And then it ended like just. I don't know. I don't want to.
I think because it just jumped right into story. I was expecting more of a build up. I think that's
really,
why.
I felt totally different. I felt like the beginning was like building up so powerfully to something that it didn't really ever get to. Actually,
The one main narrator,
yeah.
Yeah.
hip hop.
I wish he was a better rapper.
Why'd they pick him to do most
I
of
was
it?
just
I
gonna
don't
say,
know.
I think he fit the part well, though.
No,
he fit
the first scene, I was like really into his style, and then like
Yeah.
he just because it
I
seemed
thought-
kind of somber.
I
but
thought he got better towards the end of it.
But
At
then
first,
later
he threw me
on,
off
it like wasn't somber, and he was still kind of like slow. and
he's just
quiet.
monotone. Yeah,
I like
it
how
didn't
he's like
suit every scene.
he's singing
Yeah.
Tokyo Tribe while still beating
Yeah,
the crap out of guys.
I like that part when he got a.
There's a lot of really
started
cool
to-
scenes in this movie. We can't ever deny that.
Yeah.
Science Sona would.
That
yeah.
tank, that tank scene.
Yeah,
I saw that in
the
that.
main bad guy, the blonde guy.
Mm.
That guy was awesome
What
at
was his
everything.
Oh shit! What was that?
Mara, his character. he went by.
okay.
Yeah, like he was an awesome rapper for one.
You think?
Like, he was better than everybody else in the movie.
Oh come on, that chick
yeah.
that like came out beatboxing and was like, "Here's your tea."
She was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. The one guy that really stood out to me was the guy of the. How do I forget the name of everything already?
Well, because there was 38 characters in that movie, probably.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say that.
And there was
He-
like 8 different.
There was, like, 8 different
consistently
gangs.
Yeah.
every movie he has like 30 characters that
Yeah.
you recognize and you remember and are memorable every movie, and he
Yeah.
just keeps doing it. I don't understand how.
Yeah. I mean, we can't write anything with one character.
Yeah.
Let alone having like.
Like I
Who-
I sat down and wrote a character a couple weeks ago and
Mira?
it took me like hours.
Are we talking about Mira, the blonde guy?
Yeah,
I was talking about him. Yeah. Yeah. I thought he was definitely the standout.
well he was awesome.
Like his fight
man.
scenes were good. His acting wasn't bad, and
You know what-
he
you
was
know
one of
what-
the better rappers in the
You know what I was
film.
really disappointed about? I should have seen this coming,
Yeah.
but I was disappointed. Yoshihiro Takayama was in this movie. You know who this is? The wrestler.
Oh yeah.
He was Bupa's boy. Such a small part. I should have known,
Yeah.
but I didn't know what this movie was about until you told me that it was like a rap musical. So
Yeah.
I envisioned something where he was kind of like a sidekick to the main character, not like direct, but there'd be like a group like there is,
Yeah.
and he was just
Hip-hop
kind of.
musical, not rap musical, hip-hop musical.
Excuse me.
You're
What?
excused. Now continue.
Yeah. Anyway, but speaking of the rap and hip hop element, let's talk about the soundtrack for a bit. Like for the most part, I thought the soundtrack fucking kicked ass.
Yeah, I'd say yeah for the most part.
I mean, and the music almost never stops ever.
Yeah.
Although, like, I'd say
The
like
one time when like literally it like just went and everything stopped, I
yeah,
jumped.
we don't. I
I
don't.
think
I
that
don't
was a
me.
mistake.
Yeah,
I don't think that was in the movie.
I think that was part of the movie.
I don't.
No,
think
like
that
like
was.
it. If it was an accident, it cut in like just right
Perfect.
on time. Like everything was on beat.
I don't even.
It was
think
all
it
on
was
beat.
part of the
so
movie.
It was so.
I don't
It was
know.
like 40 levels higher than everything else in volume. It couldn't be
Yeah,
intentional.
I don't know. It was. If it was, then it was just really good timing for it to happen because, like, thematically, it even made sense
Yeah.
for the moment it was in.
Do you have like a rating on this in your mind? I don't.
This one, I asked Griffin in the theater what he
Yeah,
thought.
I don't know because there was a lot of
It's-
parts that were fucking amazing, and there
And
were
then-
some kind of
Yeah,
cringeworthy
There were
parts
some
too.
really funny parts.
There were
the
parts
end
that I
happened
turned away.
so quickly.
Yeah,
it's like,
the end was very lackluster.
I liked the one that the guy that Miro is like, you have a small penis too.
The black
oh,
guy.
happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, the whole ending, like, I don't, shouldn't talk too much about it, but like the fucking the dick talk.
Yeah.
Is
That
what,
was-
what a note
What-
to end on.
what
I know.
What I know about the manga is that's like a huge plot point.
Okay, well maybe
So,
they should have
you
brought
just
it
didn't
up
want-
earlier.
Yeah.
No. I think like he didn't really want it. It seems like he didn't really want that in there, but like you can't take out something that big of the manga without at least acknowledging it.
I see.
I think that's why most of it was after the credits too.
I was most of the time I was thinking an 8. At the end,
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking a 7.
Yeah,
I was
that too.
thinking, yeah, 7
Because
or
like
6.
I thought right at the beginning, I was like, oh man, this is fucking cool.
It was fucking
It
cool.
was so cool at the beginning.
It was different, and I think that's
Yeah,
why it caught
yeah,
my eye.
The
'cause it
pacing was really
Yeah.
strange on it because there was like no time spent like building up characters. It was just
Yeah.
like, oh guys, there's
See,
this fucking gang war going down.
that's exactly
and shit's
what I
going
was
to get
saying.
real. And that's
And they like dropped characters. I forget her name, but I specifically made a note to remember her name for some reason. It was like Nezuma or something. Right at the beginning, she was walking around her bra, and then somebody gives her a shirt.
yeah.
Yeah.
She seemed like a character, and
Yeah.
then
She
she
did,
just wasn't.
yeah. And then
Yeah,
she was
yeah,
like
she was just a-
Usagi, and there was that girl beating the crap out of that
she was a-
punching bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she was just like kind of a vehicle to tie like that
Yeah.
scene
No,
to
you're right.
to
No, you know what?
Boopa's.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it was
Boopa?
Boopa. Yeah,
Boopa.
I thought it was it Boopa?
yeah, it was Boopa.
Boopa?
Boopa.
Yeah, in the subtitle it said like BUPPA, but then on all the banners it said like BUBBA.
That's why I'm
Bubba.
reading
I
Bubba.
don't know.
I like Boopa.
Either way, yeah.
They said
that guy
Boopa,
was
too,
that guy.
so-
That guy was. At first, I was like, "Oh, look at this fucking guy." I was kind of like, "This guy's so obnoxious," and then it was like, "Oh man, this guy's so obnoxious, and it's awesome."
No, wasn't awesome for me. He was just
No.
too obnoxious.
I-
I think because, near the end, I
did like when he pulled out the. I don't want to get into spoilers, I guess, but
that phone.
there were so many just like unnecessary scenes that just added a lot of character to the movie,
Yeah.
like the gun phone and.
At one point,
There's that one scene where that kid was like running out there. He just smacks a kid, some lady in
Oh
the head
my
for
god,
no
I
reason.
forgot about that.
That was the best.
That was I thought. Oh my god, that was
I think
awesome.
the best of the
Yeah.
all unnecessary scenes was that one guy hitting the guy flying away. It's my birthday. Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
and it cut so like weirdly into that.
Yeah.
Because like it just cut to him like
He
like
only-
halfway through the punch.
He only had 2 lines in that whole movie was take me to a sauna,
No, I
Yeah.
forgot
And
about
then
that. That's so funny.
happy birthday.
No, he said.
was great.
Forget it. He had
Yeah.
like one other line. I forget.
Did he?
He said take me to a sauna, and then he said like one other thing. And he just
Oh, he said
like,
something about do you know where the girl is?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
That one I
And-
knew off
yeah, and,
automatically when they said, do you know where the girl is? And I was like, I know who the girl is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that wasn't a surprise.
Was there no
but-
Mitsuko? Isn't there always a character named Mitsuko in his movies?
Not always.
But it's really common.
Well, it wasn't his
Yeah.
early films. It was like everyone. But now he kind of gets away from it unless he's like making fun of himself.
So, I would recommend this movie for somebody. Well, obviously, I mean, if you watch science fiction movies, you're gonna watch this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
and you're not gonna be
recommend it-
you're not gonna be disappointed.
I wouldn't recommend it for somebody who's never seen a science fiction movie.
No,
I wouldn't
no, no,
recommend
no.
it for someone who's like musicals are the only film I'll ever see. I wouldn't recommend it for those kind of people.
Well, I mean, it is a different take on it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. No, I've seen like Rent, which is like just your average Broadway, and then Repo, which is your goth opera kind of musical. Mm-hmm. And then this was like, I think, my first hip hop.
Yeah.
And it was just like...
I've never heard of it, before.
I don't think I've seen that done either.
But yeah, I would recommend something else for your first Silent Sona movie.
Yeah, definitely. This is...
Why Don't You Play in Hell is extremely accessible.
Oh, yeah. I think if you watch Why Don't You Play in Hell, I think you could go into this because there is enough similarities.
Yeah. I think that
you'd be able to jump into
classic. That movie's so good. So we're seeing another movie later.
Yep.
Can you believe it? 2014, and Jean-Luc Godard has a movie coming out. And we're seeing it tonight! I'm so excited.
I'm pretty excited about this one.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, why are we so skeptical?
Yeah, like...
Are you skeptical, Allie?
I just saw
I
saw a little bit of test footage from it, and from what I understand, he filmed this thing on 2 DSLR cameras pretty much duct taped together.
Oh yeah, because it's 3D.
Yeah, then that's how he makes the 3D effect. I have no idea how well it's gonna work.
This is gonna be horrible.
Oh yeah, like all the test footage I've seen, like there's not even like a boom mic. It's all in mic.
God.
It's all in camera mic.
This is gonna be something. I love how he's still doing the Godard stuff, just still breaking the rules.
Yeah.
Was he 82, 84?
Oh yeah, this is probably in his late 80s. I think.
Unbelievable. This man is a legend.
Yeah, I know. Like 1960 brings out Breathless, totally changes the entire landscape of film.
Changes film. Oh
yeah,
my
and
God.
then does that for like 7 or 8 years.
Well, now here's a question: how are 3D movies normally made? I don't see 3D movies. I think I've seen like Avatar. What was the one that we saw in 3D? Not by choice.
Oh, Godzilla.
Oh God, Zilla.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
I know it's not filmed like that.
2 cameras side by
2
side.
DSLRs stuck together. I can tell you it ain't like that. So I watched like 5 minutes of his last film, Film Socialism.
Yeah.
And that was all filmed on a cell phone.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
I heard about that.
When was this made?
that one was 2010.
Was it good?
Ooh.
I watched 5 minutes of it. But the reason,
like the 5-minute clip you saw, was it actually?
No. I turned the movie off.
So it wasn't worth watching.
Well, it wasn't because of the movie itself, although this camera phone thing was off-putting, admittedly. It was because for the English release, he made all the subtitles for every sentence would just be reduced to the 3 main words in the sentence.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's an interesting idea, but if I was just French, I'd be getting the whole picture here.
That is a problem, but...
Which I would understand it, and you would just be sitting there, what does it say? What did he say? What did he say?
Yeah, so, like, I just felt like, well, this is a different experience for, like, everybody watching it.
That's kind of a problem.
So I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to sit down with this.
But I mean, we are seeing a Legends new film tonight.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Jean-Luc Godard is easily one of my favorite filmmakers. Number 2, as a matter of fact, at the moment.
My number 1 is Kevin Smith. Fangirled all over that man. Hugged him 3 times, told me I was cute and I was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going to boast about this. Like, I went to work and I was like, guess who I met? Oh my God!
I haven't met Kevin Smith. Yeah. So that's cooler than anything I've done.
I went to go, he's like, do you have anyone to take the picture? Because I'm like sitting there trying to open. I was like, my fiance. Griffin's like, I don't trust myself.
Yeah, I have the worst track record with touch
He
with
started
touch screens
recording. There's like a video, and I was like, what did you do? He's like, I started recording. How'd you get the video up? I don't know.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think just because my hands are constantly clammy, and then there's just there's a thin film of like liquid in between my finger and any touchscreen at any given time, and it causes interference.
It's bad. We'll be holding hands, and it after 5 minutes, we're both like.
I'm pretty sure before we're done recording, this microphone will be melted into my hand. They'll become one.
Yeah, Griffin is holding the microphone because we're in a car and we don't know what else to do with it.
Okay, we had some pretty good ideas.
No,
so
we could have used this thing.
What, this claw-like gadget for holding iPhones?
Yeah, you know what? We probably could have.
No, I don't think we could have, because
It's
Griffin's
too late.
iPod doesn't even fit. No. It would have fit.
It's too late.
It's too late, you're right.
So, anything else to say about Goodbye? Oh, we didn't even say the name of the freaking movie.
Goodbye to language. 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah.
Really? With
yeah. Well, that's how you say 3D, right?
Yeah, I'm hyped.
That's how trailers say it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm hyped. Hype
Yeah,
levels are
I'm
maximal.
interested. I don't know if I'm hyped. I'm definitely super interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
It's
even,
a different feeling than
I don't
hype.
even care if this is good or not. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Excuse me, no one said you could step on my water bottles,
Well,
okay?
you know what? I did it.
I'm gonna have
I
to
can't take
admit,
it back.
Nova and Griffin helped me clean up my car yesterday for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have fit in my backseat if they didn't.
So, you guys want to talk about not movies for a minute, maybe?
If you
My
want.
chicken fingers sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
They had no flavor. I was so sad.
Yeah, that was burnt batter.
It was. It wasn't
So-
that bad when I added the hot sauce.
I want to get your take on some video game shit.
Oh, like Kevin Smith?
He should do a video game. Why not?
Like a Clerks Jay and Silent Bob video game?
No.
Or anything. Even though I said at the beginning I'm not a fan of Ken Smith, I am so looking forward to his next 3 Canadian-themed films.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
After
sounds cool
Tusk.
to me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the video game topic because I was just telling Griffin this morning how I really miss Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get your take. Are you familiar with the new 3DS?
Yes.
The new 3DS.
The
Oh,
ones that are
the,
just coming out.
the one that
Yeah.
Griffin was telling me about. Oh, yes. And I'm not going to get it.
I am.
Are you really?
I was gonna ask, but you already gave me the answer. But let me explain this a little bit. So there's the Nintendo 3DS. It's a game console. It came out in 2011, I think. And now Nintendo has announced that they're bringing out a new version next year, and it's new. It's
got
new, guys.
It's extra buttons.
Okay, yeah, there's some extra stuff that people want. I know I want extra buttons, extra.
Do you want it for Smash,
analog.
though?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well, my
I mean-
biggest complaint was that, like, oh, are these new controls actually going to be integrated into Smash, and Smash is coming out first? They are, so
Yeah.
I'm hating on it less now.
That's a good point. And also,
they will be integrated
apparently
into
the 3D is better. The CPU is better.
I don't use
Yeah,
the
you-
3D,
RAM.
though.
Nobody uses the 3D.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I flick it on every time I play a new game, and then I flick it right back on.
I used
Yeah.
it for
Yeah.
Pokemon to see what the 3D was like.
That's what everybody does.
And the
What is-
only time it was 3D was during the Poke battles. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, see,
"Ah."
that was definitely better than the entire game being 3D,
Yes.
because that would have been terrible.
Yes.
That would have been awful.
Is Animal Crossing 3D? I've never
Yeah,
turned the
probably.
3D
I
on.
mean,
Yeah,
all
it's nothing.
That's a good point. I never did
Amazing.
that with that either. It's not even 3D. It's just depth of field.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like
Yeah.
the thing you're looking at is still there. It's just
Yeah.
like it's deeper.
I don't own many 3D games though because I don't do the 3D gives me a headache.
Yeah.
Like if I pull out my games,
Oh, yeah,
I've got like
no, you're not supposed to be able to see shit in 3D. Your brain doesn't
yeah.
deal with it well.
So yeah, this is a controversial kind of thing for gamers, just because.
Well, yeah,
But
'cause
Nintendo
it's-
does this all the time.
They do. It's true.
The Game Boy Advance SP, the DSi, they always do it.
Yep.
The DSi was one of those where it was like, seriously, but I really like the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Advance.
But people are getting mad about this because I mean the
Yeah.
DSi had exclusive games, but nobody gave a shit about
Yeah.
DSi.
They're
games.
all like make stamps out of pictures with their camera.
But
Well,
games.
there's exclusive
was a-
games coming out for the new DS.
that's
Yeah.
the thing. That's
Yeah,
why
'cause
people are mad.
These are real
'cause-
games.
Real
Yeah.
games. Xenoblade.
Yeah.
That's-
But I will be buying one
Okay.
because I like Nintendo. I like
Yeah.
having a more powerful console. I like the fact that I'm going to get to play Xenoblade as opposed to paying $100 for it on eBay because it's expensive now.
Yeah.
But in the wake of the new 3DS, Nintendo's been doing something that I think is really scummy. And I don't like it, Nintendo. Can you hear me? Reggie, you dick. So anyways,
Them be fighting words.
they're releasing,
It's getting fighty.
goddamn, ever since they announced the new 3DS, they announced 3DS XL NES edition, 3DS XL Pokemon, there's a red one and a blue one. There's a Super Smash Bros. Red and blue one. There's another one. There's like
Are these 40s?
Persona Q. There's like 7 new special edition 3DS XLs coming out to like trick people into buying the old one. That's
I
what it
have-
seems like to me. Why are these all coming out right now? You
Yeah.
know?
The Year
that's
of
true.
Luigi.
That's nice. I wish I could have gotten a special edition one, but I bought mine from Derek.
Yeah.
I got mine
I
for
bought-
Christmas from
I
my
bought mine
mommy.
open box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Who was it? Was like that was like, is your DS pink?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
My DS is absolutely pink.
Yeah, I just got the boring blue one, the blue
Yeah.
XL.
I got the Mario Luigi. It came with
I don't have an
um,
XL, and I'm glad.
Nah.
I don't like how the XL feels.
mine came with
Too
Dream
heavy.
Team.
Makes
I
my
like
hand fall
Dream
asleep.
That's cool. I haven't played any of those. So
I want the Yoshi one.
I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Fucking releasing all these like baiting
Mm-hmm.
tactics to buy the old shit, so
Yeah,
that
like-
then you have the old shit and you want the new shit.
Yeah, like I already thought it was I already thought the new one was a bit of a cash grab. Anyway,
Unprofessional.
We're at the beach, guys.
Yeah, we were driving the whole time. So you were saying?
Yeah, well, I already thought the new one was a bit of a cash grab. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna get like 5 games that come out that need the new processors, like everything else.
Yeah, that's the thing is you really don't know how many things are going to become exclusive.
Yeah, and that's
But-
another $400 for this one console that you don't
200,
need.
but
Yeah, whatever,
But
you don't need it.
I'm probably even if I want a game, like I didn't get the DS until I could afford it, and then I got it for Christmas, and then I bought all the games. And like the PlayStation 4, I want that so bad. Well, my brother has it, so I'll just use his. And the Wii U, I was gonna wait for Smash to come out, but I can use my brother's right now, so I don't really have to be up on the game systems right away.
nice. The Wii U is totally a Smash console.
Yeah.
That's why I bought
I'm-
my Wii. That's why I bought my Wii U.
Yep, same.
We're
Well,
gonna
I
get a
don't have a
Wii
Wii U
U
yet.
for
What a
Smash.
beautiful transition, people, into Super Smash Brothers.
Ugh.
The hypest game of all time.
Okay, you are the only person that can talk about it, so
Yeah, you're the only one who's
Yeah.
played it.
I've
You
been waiting for
bullshit your
this
way
game.
into the demo.
I've been waiting for this game for when was it announced? 2 years ago.
Probably.
Probably Iwata came up and he was like, "Hey guys, we're making a new Super Smash Bros." And everybody shit their pants.
well, I didn't.
Oh yeah, I mean
I peed a little,
So 2 years later, guess what? It's coming out. It's coming out October 3rd. Today is September 14th, by the way. And I got a demo.
9 days. Continue.
Until what?
My birthday.
Well,
Ooh.
congratulations.
I'm excited. I've never been excited for a birthday. Continue. No, I want Smash for the Wii.
Yeah, well, I'm
And I
buying
think
both.
because I'm a GameCube controller person.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd be able to play
You
it
know
on the
what?
DS.
I
Like
have
you were
something
playing
to
it
say
on the
about
DS.
this. I have something to say
continue.
about this.
Oh, go.
I got this demo. Obviously, I almost fucking cried yesterday. I've been
Did
Mega
you
Man.
fangirl everywhere?
Mega Man. Okay, you guys might know this about me. I'm a huge Mega Man mark. That's a wrestling term. I'm a big Mega Man fan. I'm a huge Mega Man fan. Insurmountable amount of fandom from Mega. Okay, anyways. So Mega Man was announced for Super Smash Brothers, something I've been dreaming of, and I, shit my pants then as well. So, anyways, the demo is announced last Friday. Today's Sunday. And they're like, there's a demo, guys. There's a demo.
I like your
But-
little.
Well, they can't see that.
You're right.
But it's only for platinum members, which means you have to buy a ton of Nintendo games. And I'm not getting that. I'm not even a gold member. And somebody on my Facebook, I'll credit them. He might listen to this. He probably won't listen to this. He might. CJR on YouTube. Wonderful man. Lives in Kitchener or Waterloo or something. I might see him next weekend. He posted some codes. I took one. Thank you so much. I get to play Mega Man. Oh my god. So anyways, I was just going to mention, I played this thing for about 2 hours straight. And all you can do, you play Mega Man, Villager, Pikachu, Mario, Link.
I want the villager.
Me
all
too.
you can do is play 2-minute time battles. It's fine. It's a demo.
I'd still be okay with that.
I played it for 2 hours straight. I did not notice any weird... I honestly, it got a little bit uncomfortable on my wrists, but I wasn't like, oh, this button layout sucks. No, I'm totally fine. I
You know
can't
what-
believe it.
You know what I find because I'm big on Animal Crossing. I constantly play it, and I just put my hands on a pillow, and life
Yeah.
goes on.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's my biggest problem with the 3DS. And I don't recall having this problem with even the regular DS.
Weird.
Like, my hands just fall asleep almost immediately while I'm playing it.
Interesting.
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you have weird hand and feet fall asleep all the time things. Like your hands get really cold.
Oh, yeah, well, I have, like, Raynaud's or something.
Yeah.
Undiagnosed.
It's weird. He'll be like walking, and then all of a sudden you'll look at his hands, and they're like purple, and it's just like,
What?
Oh yeah, my hands go purple if it's, like, 15 degrees out.
yeah.
Celsius.
It's really nice because I get like super, super warm. So I just put his hand, and it's like, oh. You're a horrible sound guy.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
my headphones got tangled in a whole bunch of car.
And a whole bunch of car.
Super, super hyped for Smash.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
super
I mean-
hyped to meet Kevin Smith. Oh, wait!
Jeez. I keep bringing that up.
I'm sorry.
hey,
I
on the
fangirled.
talk of video games, we'll talk about this, and then maybe talk about what's going on next week if we do another one. So, have you been playing Persona 3 anymore?
I haven't played in probably like a week, but you know, I dropped like 35 hours into it pretty quickly,
That's
especially
hefty.
for me because I'm not the most hardcore gamer,
Yeah.
and it's been years since I've even picked up an RPG.
It was the worst
But,
week of my life. I lost Griffin for so long. I didn't
Wow.
know. I didn't know what was going on. It was just he was gone, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I just spent an hour like upgrading all my shit." And I'm like, "What are you playing?
Wow.
Persona?
That's amazing.
Yeah,
What?
it kind of.
That's
I mean,
What's amazing
I'm
that
getting
I couldn't even talk to him for like 5 minutes without his attention gone."
Yeah, well, it's losing me a bit, to be honest. It's got definitely a lot of positive elements. My biggest problem is with Tartarus. It's only there for grinding, so you can be high enough level to fight the bosses.
Yeah.
And it gets tedious if you haven't if you do not feel like grinding at the moment. Because for me, I think like the high school simulation parts are way more interesting than any of the battles. Yeah, because I love that shit.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing how involved I get with anything like that. Like when we all played Katawa Shoujo.
No, God.
The first
Don't
time
bring that up.
The first time I played Katawa Shoujo, I was so into that.
Griffin had us play Katawa Shoujo for a thing we were gonna do. It's a pretty feelsy game.
Yeah.
You know, feeling it.
Yeah, I don't know. Any melodrama gets me really bad, and so yeah, digging into although you're kind of with Persona 3, you're kind of punished for being a good person.
What?
Like I picked one girl that I liked, and I went. But if I start talking to any other girls, you know, that I'll lose that relationship.
Yeah.
And then so basically, I'm in a situation where I only have like 5 different persona types I can really pursue.
You have
get
too many
stronger.
girlfriends.
No, it's the opposite problem. If I had a bunch of girlfriends,
No.
I'd be way better at the game.
Yeah, well, I had that in Katawa Shoujo. I didn't end up getting the girl I was going for.
Yeah.
Not
You're saying
to
that.
spoil that game or anything, but I was going for this one girl, and then like the doctors advised, because you have a heart condition in that game. The doctors advised me to start running, so I started running because it seemed like a good idea, and then I end up with the running girl.
Yeah.
Which, no offense, so was her name Emi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's a nice lady and everything, but
She's a nice lady, but it's not the one I
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, also, I'm always-
I want Hanako,
I'm also
Which one's
really
Hanako?
the burn victim.
Yeah, I'm also really
Yeah.
yeah,
Was
I
she
get the-
blonde?
No, actually.
No, she's
surprisingly.
not.
Emi was. There you go. It's Destiny.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here,
Yeah,
I gotta pull up this
I'm
picture
very
for you.
I'm very easy in those games because I always go for the first girl who you have the option to go for
Oh.
because I feel bad turning down people. So then it just happens, and then that's how my game goes.
So yeah, on the topic of grinding, I find that I've been playing Fire Emblem Awakening a lot. Strategy games, like I don't get bored grinding. I purposely grind every chance I get. It's like
Oh yeah, because
in that game you actually do have limited chances to grind. It gives you a couple here and there.
oh yeah, that's nice.
I think it's fun,
Yeah.
especially because you kind of pick the guys that you want to train up.
I think you'll appreciate this.
This is what's your name? I don't even remember. But yeah, yeah, okay. Should I explain this picture? I'll just put it up on
You
the
can.
screen.
Yeah, put it in the
I'll
link.
just send it to you.
I'm going to download Vegas again.
Yeah,
My hard drive.
I'll take care of it.
What happened to your?
Oh, really?
I have Vegas now.
Oh, you love
Yeah,
it.
and also the mic's mine, so it's
Beautiful.
double convenient.
Individual.
No, it's mine. Dibs.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Did you see the
It's
trailer?
my car.
Did you see the trailer for Persona 5? Do you have anything to say about it?
I have.
I have.
Yeah, cool.
And I don't know. It looks identical to Persona 3.
Yeah?
Yeah,
haven't-
the main character even looks similar.
I only played the
know.
first Persona
Yeah.
because when I was a kid, I only had the PlayStation.
You had Persona on the PS1?
My dad had every game.
Oh my... Wait, were they like burned?
No.
Oh my god! That's like $100 game.
This was like when it first came out, though.
I want that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd
Yeah.
get it for you, but
Well, I had got
But,
it. I had Action 52 when I was a kid on the Genesis.
Seriously?
Yeah. I loved that game.
my favorite game when I was a kid was Crazy Taxi.
Nice. But
I
yeah,
have to admit that
on
was a
the
great
Genesis, I've seen gameplay of the NES one. It looks horrible. The Genesis one is probably just as horrible, but I have
Yeah.
nostalgia attached to it.
That reminds me.
Yeah.
I found a really cool game store in the States that it's like a used game store, but they have a lot of NES games and all that kind of stuff. It's called Oogie Games.
Where is this?
It's
Buffalo?
like in
Buffalo.
no, Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay.
But they have them like all over. So if you have like a certain game, because I asked them for one game that Griffin was looking for, and they were
North
like,
and
"Oh,
South?
Yeah, of course it was North and South. It's the
Yeah.
only game I'm looking for.
And they said that they
Somebody
didn't
send
have
me
it,
North
but
and
they'll keep. They said that they
PO
didn't
box,
have it, but they'll look for it, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
What is
I
this?
I hear that retro games are cheaper in the States.
Yeah, actually, I was surprised. I got my cousin Pokemon Snap for $4.99.
That's decent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Pokemon
definitely
Snap. What a great game.
Pokemon staph infection.
Kirby and Snot Dog.
All right. Well, it's getting to be that time.
Yeah,
We got to go see Goodbye to Language.
Yeah, we might tune back in afterwards if we have anything insightful
That's
to say
possible.
about that.
And also, we might do one next week, because next Sunday, ton of shit going on. We got that
Maybe,
retro swap
yeah.
meet. You might. I'm
I don't
going no matter what, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
if
not.
Christmas.
I'm gonna.
Next weekend, I have a retro game swap meet in the morning, a local wrestling show, Alpha One, in the afternoon, and then it's WWE United Champions at night. And that's a pretty great day. I suppose, maybe you could come over on like Tuesday or something. We could do a podcast. But then again, am I just going to talk about this thing that I saw and you didn't?
Yeah,
Excuse me, he can't come over Tuesday.
Oh, shit. What is it now?
You know, my birthday.
I thought that was Sunday.
No, it's Tuesday, but we're
Yeah,
part.
I'm stolen for like the entire week.
It's my champagne birthday. I'm turning 23 on the 23rd, so I'm spending the whole weekend. I'm such an alcoholic. I haven't drank since.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh my
So,
lantern
wait,
was
that-
Candace's birthday when I
that-
puked everywhere.
Is that what that's called? Champagne birthday when you turn that?
Yeah.
So my first birthday.
I bet you got white girl wasted.
I got wasted. Yeah.
Griffin was 14.
Yeah.
I guess
I
I'm
thi-
the
I
only
think
cool
when-
one here.
When I turned 14, I think I saw the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
I think I'm excited for the new SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
It looks great.
It does.
think.
it looks weird.
I think
I'm into
because
it. Yeah.
SpongeBob was when I was a kid. I thought we were stopping, but we're talking more about it.
Whatever.
We've
what's
got
the
20
time?
minutes.
We got 20
It's
minutes?
got to be
You think
close
so?
to
Well,
midnight.
20 minutes till 8?
20 minutes till 8.
Oh, and then, we're only going in at 8 because it's an hour early.
Yeah.
An hour and
we-
15 minutes early. Get it right or don't get it all.
Oh no.
Well,
She burned
I've been
you so
told.
hard.
Do you need some ointment for that? Burn!
Yeah, but I'm back to Persona, I guess. I'm
Oh, yeah?
definitely pumped to play Persona 4 because basically the only thing I've heard about Persona 4 is that it fixes every problem I have with Persona 3.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I also have that game.
yeah.
It is sealed, so I can't play it. 'Cause my brother bought it, and he hasn't opened it, so I'd feel like an asshole for
Yeah.
opening it.
Well, it's not like it's an expensive game. I can pick it up whenever I'm done Persona 3.
My brother has
$20.
my brother has things that are still sealed, like movies, and I'll open them. We watched Hercules the other day. It was still sealed. I opened it.
What Hercules?
The Disney.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
I was singing like the songs
okay.
from it, so I made. Whoa!
I can go the distance.
No, not that
I'll
one.
say I have better
That's the only
songs
one
than
I
That
know.
was
most
like the
Disney
tune
movies.
to Mulan.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was. Oh my god, I haven't seen that movie since like 2000.
Something.
I fucking hate Disney.
1987.
Whoa.
Dropping a bomb.
What do you
Yeah,
say?
he doesn't like Disney.
Fucking
That's,
hate Disney.
that's okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys
Just,
if you
I
guys
just say I drop a bomb and then everybody's
Star
like,
Wars
yeah,
is now
yeah,
Disney.
yeah. I'm not
guys-
huge on Star Wars either.
you guys
Not huge on
listen-
Marvel either.
Oh, shit.
Everything
What?
Disney even wants to acquire, I don't really have interest
We're not
in.
talking about you anymore and your hate for Disney and Star Wars and
I was just gonna say, if you're a
Well,
normal
I-
person,
you're pretty.
if you're a normal person, you listen to this, and if this ends up being a thing that we keep doing, and you keep listening, you'll disagree with Griffin a lot. You'll have
Well, that was
opinions.
hurtful.
You'll have opinions that you don't like.
You know what?
How is
That's
that
a lot
hurtful?
of people say that Griffin is very opinionated, but he has
Well,
the opposite opinions of like anyone else you meet.
Pretty much. I mean, I don't blame him. I've come around when I
Yeah.
met this guy. Everything he said, I was like, wow, that's a different opinion than anything I've ever heard.
I think
But
that's
it's
what
just
I
like-
really like about him is that he has different opinions, except for my brother.
Yeah, I've come around. It's like just be interesting or I don't care. Basically.
Am I
It's like-
interesting?
Yeah, totally.
Ballin'.
But like in media, it's like
Yeah.
I used to accept things that were just okay, and now I don't. No, fuck you.
You're allowed to demand something from art.
Yeah,
You're mediocre.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you're mediocre, you're bad.
Yeah, recently I got told I was a music elitist because somebody sent me a song. I was like, oh, this sounds like a really bland pop song mixed with a really bland jump style song. And I got berated for that. And I was like, he's like, oh, are you somebody who demands something special from music? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
I just like because it sounds good. I'm like, why would you not demand something?
Special.
Why would you not demand things
Why
from
would you
music?
want to listen to the ordinary?
Yeah, why would you not want something special?
like the drum and the bass, and I like lyrics, and I think that's because I'm always in my car driving to and from work, so I'm singing all the time. I'm not afraid to admit it. I was singing My Chemical Romance while I was coming up here this weekend.
I will also admit to that.
That you sing My Chemical Romance?
I can. Because that's all I listened to in 2005 was Welcome to the Black Parade.
No, this one was... I have the CD. Because then I changed to The Offspring and had a much better time.
I don't give a shit about lyrics.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's what bugs me, is that he doesn't care about lyrics.
In my opinion,
least important part.
This one.
Yeah, it is.
What is this one?
That's the one that came before. I don't know anything about that album.
This is the one that I seen them 3 Cheers for Street Revenge. But I was listening to Days Go By The Offspring. Can we talk about music? Like, are we actually going to just jump right into music now?
Yeah,
Because
this is how it's going.
not only am I a huge Kevin Smith fan, but I would love to just jump Noodle's bones as well. I'm a huge Offspring fan.
And how about you? I mean, you've accomplished it. You love Kevin Smith and you love The Offspring. You've seen them both.
You know what? My 2
Good
favorite
job.
people, the 2 celebrities that I would just like fangirl over would be Kevin Smith and Kevin from The Offspring, who is Noodles. My 2 favorite people are Kevin.
Congrats.
I know, right? And then I thought that was a great name. Like, if me and Griffin have kids, let's name our kid Kevin. And he's like, no, that's a pedophile name. And it's like, whoa!
I don't recall ever saying that. Where the hell did this come from?
Maybe it wasn't you who said it was a pedophile name, but you don't like the name Kevin.
No, I've known like 18 people named Kevin in my life.
We came up with a better name.
Oh, yeah?
Captain Malcolm Reynolds.
What?
Whoa!
What was the first one? Cat?
Captain
Oh.
Malcolm Reynolds.
Okay. I thought you said Cat and Malcolm. And then Reynolds, which flew over my head. So I was going to say, what's that about? You changing your name?
I feel so bad for you guys. You guys are stuck with me. When that woman walked into the theater, Blue Sun, Firefly! And I just like...
I have no idea what you're talking about anymore.
I screamed out at this girl who was wearing a Blue Sun shirt.
Oh.
And I got excited because it's Firefly. Have you not seen Firefly?
No, oh, okay. I was
Hold up.
wondering the
Hold
whole
up.
time.
No. We
No,
have
no.
a yes or no question here.
I
and
have not seen Firefly.
that was
No.
the total
But-
wrong answer.
He's seen Serenity.
Really?
yeah. My cousin had me watch Serenity a long time ago.
Really?
I didn't know it was based on.
Do you have a Blu-ray player?
Yeah.
Good. I'll lend you the TV season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not bad. I went into it kind of skeptical, but it's a fun show. It's funny.
Space Cowboys.
There's good balance between like drama and humor.
I generally like Joss
It's nice.
Whedon's writing.
Yeah. Griffin
except
saw
for-
Dollhouse, and Dollhouse wasn't. Actually, the comic books are really good for Firefly.
Yeah.
I want to read the Dollhouse and Buffy comic books and see how they are.
So we were talking a minute ago about lyrics and how I think they're the least important part.
Everyone says that you win, Griffin, but
Except,
I like
no,
lyrics.
nobody
'cause
says
I-
that. It's just us, actually. Everybody,
I like to sing in the
everybody
car.
I talk to is just like, that's the only important part. And I'm like,
No, it's
what the hell are
not.
you talking about? Like,
Just
if I wanted insightful lyrics or whatever, I would just go to my library
Well,
and
like-
read poetry.
Yeah.
Like Tokyo
which
Tribe.
we've done.
Tokyo Tribe, the lyrics were basically the story in the
Yeah.
of the movie,
Yeah.
but the beat didn't sometimes go with the way that the rappers were going.
Well,
That's what it was
on
off.
but on some songs or on some moments, you'd have like 10 different guys coming on. Not
Yeah,
every person
but
sounds
you
good over
also
each rap.
have to
And also
realize-
the music's not actually there with them.
Yes, but you have to realize most of the time it's always pre-recorded, and they're just basically a huge music video for the movie. But you have to realize that it's a whole different language too.
Yeah, and so the translation
Yeah.
we got might not even be...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, like, obviously hip-hop lyrics typically rhyme, right?
yeah.
But, you know, in a different language, that doesn't always work out.
It mostly
But-
rhymed with their language,
Yeah,
not with
yeah.
ours.
But although I did see that, I got worried because I saw every line still rhymed in English, and I was like,
yeah, that happened at
could
one
be...
point. I was
It
Like,
did,
the whole
yeah.
beginning, like, every line rhymed, I was like, see, I don't know how much I'm losing in translation here.
Yeah. Do you think that they
Al-
purposely
although,
tried
although-
to make it?
Although right at the end it said that the English translation was supervised and approved by Young Days, who's played Kai.
Okay.
He was one of the lead songwriters on
But
all of it. As
At
well.
the same time, the lyrics being the least important part of music, I think story, and I think you agree with me. story is the least important part of a movie.
Oh, yeah.
And
typically.
this pertains to Doga Tribe and the other thing. Because, yeah, it's like, if I wanted to know a story, I'd read a book.
Yeah.
It's like I watch film for visual images in my mind, in my eyes.
Yeah,
I just
definitely.
like the story being told to me and being able to visualize it.
Yeah.
But I think because I'm dyslexic, I try and visualize anyways when I read. It's the only, because like most of the words, if I can't read them, I sound them out and try and visualize what that actual word is. Or I Google it.
Internet solves everything.
I can't think
It
of a great example of this. But yeah, like for some reason, I'm going to sound like such a goddamn hipster if I say that. But I was just going to say, like, all the films that are like really popular with mass audiences are like super, super story driven.
Yeah, and also...
Yo, that's a total hipster thing to say.
Is it? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
and also just they're always very straightforward also.
Yeah.
And I
And
can't
it's-
stand that.
And it's
either.
like, I don't know. It's like I've just gotten to watch so many movies that I just don't deal with that. I don't deal with the
Yeah.
ordinary anymore.
You like the artsy
I
parts of it.
I like stuff to be shown to me.
Yeah.
And not,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard
Well,
to explain.
name a movie that's...
Well, I was about to say Andrei Tarkovsky. He doesn't tell you shit. And
No,
his movies
but
are awesome.
name a movie that like people right now people are like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I've seen that.
I haven't seen that.
I watched that.
And did you like it though?
I loved it. It was great.
See, but that's a movie that everyone is loving. I know people who've already seen it like 3 or 4
Yeah.
times.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Because
yeah,
there-
obviously this isn't a golden rule.
yeah,
No,
That
well,
a story in a movie
Frozen-
is bad.
Frozen.
it's just I just think it's
What-
the least
what about-
important part.
What about Frozen?
Frozen is one of those movies that like I know people who've seen it. The same person that's seen Guardian of the Galaxy, but they've seen Frozen like 4 or 5 times in theaters. Bought it the first day it came out and really loved it. And all these kids loved it. I seen it. No, I didn't like it.
Have you seen Frozen, Griffin?
No.
That movie sucks.
It
Yeah.
does. Even though I constantly ask
Well,
you if you
I-
want to build a snowman, it still sucks.
Yeah, well, I know it sucks.
It's
Disney.
like take Disney songs that are usually
The fun and
interesting.
you
No,
wanna
like
have-
like interest. Like it's got like it kind of drives the story. It's got interesting. And then Frozen is just like every pop song you've ever heard.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are worse. Like go listen to any random song on the radio, and Frozen is worse. Let It
See-
Go is a worse song than
Let It
every
Go is a
song.
terrible
The
song.
woman that sings "Let It Go," Idina Menzel,
Yeah.
I loved her in Rent. I seen like
Yeah.
the Broadway version of her singing and from the movie of Rent, and I love her voice. But I didn't even know it was her in Frozen.
She oversins in Frozen. in
Yeah.
my
She
opinion.
does it in general though. That's
No,
her thing.
not with Rent.
I haven't seen it.
Especially with Rent. She was the
Did
most
you
over the
see
top.
Rent?
She was the most over the top character in that movie.
That's because that's what Maureen is. She's an over the top character.
Yeah, so
All right, that's cool.
her oversinging is appropriate for that character. I'm not saying it's not appropriate, but she totally oversins.
Let's not talk with Griffin anymore because look at this. We already said that no one's going to agree with him, and
I'm sure he would agree with us saying Frozen sucks. Movie's
Yeah.
hard. It's like, oh god, the lyrics are the
I haven't
worst
seen
thing
it, but
of all
I'll
time.
say Frozen sucks.
I
Garbage.
want to build a
Fuck that shit.
snowman.
I swear, go look up Let It Go.
It
Like
doesn't
look up
have to
look
be
up
a
the lyrics.
snowman.
Yeah.
Like, look up
Well,
the
I've
lyrics.
heard that
You
song a
will-
million times.
You
I
will
love-
laugh.
Kristen Bell in that movie though, but I
Okay,
love
yeah.
Kristen
She's-
Bell in
she's-
general.
Yeah, I like her. You will like belly laugh at the lyrics of Let It Go. It is
Let it go.
hilarious.
Let it go.
Like-
Can't hold it back anymore.
Also, that's the exact same
Turn
song
away
as
and slam the
That's actually
door.
one of Griffin's friends. Yeah, one of Griffin's friends was going on about this song on Facebook. How she's like, she all of a sudden knows how to build like a staircase and a castle, and she changes her dress while singing how she just needs to let it go, and it's just like, no. Yeah.
I can't believe. Like, go watch.
that song is
Go
yeah.
on.
That song also is just a knockoff of Katy Perry's Fireworks.
Yeah.
It's the exact same song.
Like, go listen to
All the same chord
song.
progressions
Go
and
listen to
everything.
the music from Dumbo, and then come back and listen to Let It Go.
Hey man.
No.
Pink
And if
elephants.
you prefer Let It Go,
Hercules.
I'll punch you in your face.
Hercules don't want to be in love.
I
Megra.
don't know. The only song I
that's-
remember is the song that I misremembered earlier. So
the Mulan song.
Yeah.
yeah.
The only song I know from Hercules is from Mulan.
Well, I remember the lyrics. I remember
know
the
like
tune
every
now.
Disney song, but that's because like I had like the Disney classic CDs when I was a kid. Oh, Aladdin used to be one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Aladdin has a really great song in it. I can't remember.
Griffin, I could show you the
Yeah,
world.
say
It's not that
any
one.
Disney movie. I'll tell you how much I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate Dumbo. I even
You
hate
do?
Dumbo. I even hate Dumbo.
I-
Dumbo's a garbage film.
I haven't
Dumbo
seen
was
it
my favorite movie when I was a kid, to the point my brother took it and like ripped it apart.
just to hurt you.
Yeah, and I let that go. I let it go, okay? But when he was like 6, I apparently threw his Transformer down the stairs, and that was like, God, 15 years ago, and he just won't let it go.
You know something I can't let go? This is the Let It Go podcast. My mom, when I was a babby, she had like I don't even think this was me. It was my brother. But
you just can't let it go.
still stands that we had an Optimus Prime toy, like an original Optimus Prime, and there was a plastic gun on his arm that doesn't shoot anything. It looks like a gun. That is it. She ripped it off because it looked like a gun.
Was your mom...
Ruined the value. That thing's worth like $50 now. It's not to me. Not this one.
See, I have family that's like that, but that's because they're very like go to church every Sunday, be in bed by 7 o'clock kind of people.
Yeah.
So like
7 o'clock.
That's why I laughed.
yeah,
What is
when
that?
we were kids, the kids had to be in bed by 7 o'clock, and it's like,
Oh, and
but
the
The
kids,
Simpsons
okay.
were on, and
Yeah.
they were never allowed to watch The Simpsons. No Pokemon, no Sailor Moon, nothing like that.
Let's
Yeah,
talk about that.
remember when religious groups were like banning Pokemon because it was like
Yeah. Evolution.
yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about that next week or something. TV shows that were always on right after your bedtime, and you always wanted to see but never could.
I had
Okay, we're gonna talk about it now.
Well, I'm just saying, I had
Okay.
a TV in my room my entire life, so
I did.
Oh, I see.
so
I had 11
every show was for grabs.
I had 11 channels growing up, so I didn't have YTV or anything like that.
Well, we may.
I
We
had-
probably won't talk about it.
WB49 though, which you guys didn't have.
Yeah.
ABC Family was my life. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I was allowed to stay up to watch that, and Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Magic School Bus, come on.
What? That was on at night.
No.
Okay.
I had a
Good.
dream about Arthur the other day, but DW was British. I was like, oh, I have some pretty strange dreams.
Wow.
That's like a whole podcast on its own of what I friggin' dream.
Wow.
Griffin's always mean in my dreams.
Yeah. I think it was like the first dream you had about me after we met, and I was like, I kicked a baby in the face
Yeah.
and threw one in an oven.
Because his boots, he kicked a baby in the face, and I dreamed that we had twins. He kicked the baby in the face, and I was putting the other one in an oven.
Oh.
Yeah, it was,
Okay.
that was the first dream.
Yeah.
I thought those were in sequence, that he kicked the baby and then it like spawned twins. And
No,
they were
no.
yours.
We had twins, and then he kicked one in the face, and I was putting the other in. We're gonna be great parents.
Yeah.
I think that's because when I babysat, I always threatened the kid that I babysat. If you don't disbehave, if you
you don't-
disbehave, you know what, Griffin? I'm gonna put you in the oven.
Okay.
I always threatened. And then the one day, my friend Jeremy actually picked this kid up, and I was like, "You're going in the oven!" And Hunter was just screaming at the top of his lungs. It was great.
That's actually really funny.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Let me Pikachu a bit.
Oh, you don't have the time on your phone.
Yes, I do.
Well, you know what? We gotta go.
Yeah, I
it's-
think we do. All right.
We had to go like 20 minutes ago. We gotta go.
Yeah,
It's
it's 2 minutes too late.
theater's down the street.
It's
We
2
gotta
minutes
get
to
in line.
midnight. Yeah.
Iron Maiden sucks.
All right.
This is what the podcast will
Whoa!
be.
I just got a street pass.
Whoa!
Me too.
It's
I wonder if it was us. Let's check.
No, we street passed earlier. Anyways,
I want to.
thank you, my dad, and his work friends, and everyone else that's gonna listen to this.
Ooh, I want to show people. Are we gonna record like after goodbye,
Maybe.
so we can?
yeah, maybe.
Probably not.
It was you. I street passed you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I street passed you.
Again?
And you're not wearing white. What am I supposed to do with
Again,
this?
we street passed this morning.
It
Not even
doesn't.
this morning.
It
was like this
doesn't matter.
afternoon.
It doesn't matter.
No,
You're not
it's-
wearing white.
It's like a couple hours, and then you can street pass again.
What am I
Okay,
supposed to do
alright.
with this?
All right.
All right.
Time to
We're
wrap
cutting
up.
the cast.
Yeah, we might come back after.
Snot
but
dog, really? Do you think you're funny?
Bye.